Just a quick little video of Cotton and Dottie eating from their slow feed hay bag. We were feeding them in the rack, but they would destroy the large bale of hay. We do the 500-pound round bales opposed to the 900-pound because it got to a point where I used to go pick up the 900-pound bale in the back of Tom's Silverado and unload it, if I could, by myself into our hay building. But then it, I would just pull off of it and feed everybody, or we would put it in a rack. But at least with the 500-pound, they're like $4.50 or $5. I just work off of that, fill these bags up. This is supposed to hold one rectangular bale, the regular size. And then I fill bags in a rack for the goats. But when it gets to a certain point, maybe halfway mark, a little more than halfway gone, I can actually move the core and get it to the edge of the wagon and roll it into my bigger sled. And then I work off of that. And then when it gets down small enough, then I just slip this bag over it and then put it over. But I realized my grandson CJ helped me with a bag that we had packed so full. It probably weighed at least what a rectangular bale does or more. I thank God he was with me helping. He's such a worker. But it took both of us to get the bale like over the fence, held up, and then I hook it over the post, and then I just keep knotting it, because see how they pull on it. It needs to be secured. What do you say, Cotton? You brat. I took cute pictures of them the other day. His nose was so frosted up. It was hysterical. It is very cold today. Yesterday was 1 degree, bright sun, like it is today, but there was zero breeze. What do you say, Daddy girl? You're so fluffy. Yes. Let's see, we can see. Oh, yeah. Look at, I try to stay on my same walking trail. Look at that flag, just whipping like crazy. It actually right now the gust is down by the time I got here, but it'll gust again. But yeah, super cold. So I should have asked Alexa before I came out what the temp was with the wind chill. Yesterday I stayed out just shy of 3 hours, keeping myself busy, getting stuff prepped, moving hay, because it was gorgeous out. All right, goodbye, you guys. Did you finish your corn? But this is my little hike I do, and my little path from the sled. You see, we have bunnies hopping around. Well, not the bunny, it's the trail. But that must be a little track from a little mouse or something. Some of the goats wander back here, but I believe this is actually a rabbit. I don't know. Somebody must go in there. It actually looks like there might be some green grass under there. It acts like a greenhouse, but it's a shelter. Here's the hay bag. My friend's letting me borrow. I actually need to buy it from her because the goats chewed a hole in it. But this is their extra hay to supplement that. And then the little babies have an area too. Twyla's acting weird today. I don't know why. She seems okay though. She's not standing weird, and she is moving and eating. So that's Ori, Milk and Cookies, and Ernestine at the feeder. The boys, Olaf and Woodrow are at their little feeder, and I don't know why she's standing alone. And then this little corral area has these blue and red little feeders. I've got, what, 2, 4, 6 of them. I just walk in a circle as carefully as I can, putting corn in it for them. They just get crazy and run in circles. It's absolutely nuts, but they polish that off quickly. And then this is kind of a, I don't know if it'll show, but my hay building. When CJ was here with me, we had it totally filled up, but it didn't last, not even a week. So it's kind of, oh, I think I just saw a mouse. It's kind of, I think I use a sled a day, but that's feeding them and then restocking everything. So like this will get filled up for the one rack. I fill a bucket for Olive inside. I fill a bucket for the little ones at their feeder. And then I always have a bag filled up, ready to go as backup, because that's what Suri eats out of in the stall. So, and then Tom had a rack that he wasn't using, so I asked him if he could make me a holder for the rectangle barrels, or rectangle bags that hold the hay. So this, I just hook it on these little hooks, which he just got down for me. He had them nice and tall, but once I filled it, it was like almost too heavy to lift off because it would be packed and snug in this area. And it reaches, the bags reach almost to the ground. So then it just made it harder for me to get it out, because it really doesn't need to have a big tall thing. So he cut that down yesterday and rounded it off. Thankfully, this time of year I'm wearing gloves, so I'm not like getting cut or scratched. If it were summer, I wouldn't have as heavy heated gloves on. And though I do have to say my camera hand is freezing. But yeah, that's it. Let's just take a peek at the kids and then I'll get back to work. My little cuties here. I took Prince up to the door to see Tom, and then Angel and I waved from out here. I try to pick the babies up every day and then step into the doorway so they get a little fresh air and sunshine. Right, Prince? You're just a sweetie pie. Yes, look at how curious you are. Just like your mama. It wears off. It tells. Even though as much as I try to get my hands on this little one, she's got the personality of her mom. It's like, oh my gosh, somebody's looking at me. They might touch me. Hi, Angel. How are you? How are you with the little angel wings? Yeah. Your angel wings are spreading out a little more than Mama's do. You're okay, Olive. But yeah, look at that. She's got that personality of her mom. But all I can do is keep getting my hands on her. Right? I climb into this to get her because I don't want to hurt her trying to drag her out. And Olive tucks her in so securely that it's near impossible to reach over and grab her. I mean, I could reach her and grab her, but she just puts up such a fight. It's easier to get in and pick her up. I think it might be less stressful. But these big old hunkin' boots I wear, the tread gets stuck on the plywood, stuck on the screws. I almost thought for a second when I had her in my arms that I was going to spill out and fall. But look at, she released her and came back out now that I just stepped this far away. It's pretty crazy. Hi, you are so handsome. Oh my gosh. Look at you. Do you think you're eating? Do you think you're eating like your mama? I don't know. I do think some of your color comes from your mom. She's got pretty color, but it's not so rich and creamy. You just look like a good cup of coffee. Coffee and cream or something. Or not quite the keto coffee with the coconut oil and butter, but maybe. But yeah, so good. So good. Oh, bareback rider. Bareback Rider. Are you a bareback rider? I know you try. We have a jumping bean. We have a jumping bean. I call you Jelly Bean. You almost look like a good cup of coffee too. You look more like a keto coffee than your little friend next door. Yeah. Look at the sweet little face you have. You have a blue or a gray eye or something. It's just different. Mummies are kind of amber colored. Oh, Mom's pooping and peeing and making a mess. He's in the sunshine. All right, that's enough. My hands froze, and this has got to be boring at this point. God bless everybody.